My name is Katie O'Kelly. I'm an actor and writer based in Dublin, and I was delighted to be asked by the James Joyce Centre to put together something for an online digital Bloomsday this year, because we're obviously all in lockdown due to COVID-19. So what I did was I turned my sitting room into a little theatre, and I would say a big thanks to my housemates for letting me do that. And I recorded a couple of clips from a show called JOYCED, which was written by actor, writer, and also my father, Donal O'Kelly. He wrote it back in 2004. And a few years later I started performing it, and I've kind of toured it on and off ever since then. And I guess the best way of describing Joyce would be a mad whirlwind odyssey through James Joyce's life up to and including the year 1904, which of course is the year that he would later make famous by setting Ulysses in June of that year. And I suppose it kind of dives into the world and the characters and the real people that Joyce met and was inspired by, and that he would later immortalise in the pages of Ulysses. The show opens with a character called Jojo, who's a stallholder in Dublin's Rathmines market, and she has inherited an obsession for all things Joyce from her father. So I put together a couple of clips, hope you enjoy them, and happy Bloomsday. Sleeping? Was I dreaming? I have to get my bearings. I'm at my father's stall in Rathmines market. Antiques, books, bric-a-brac. I woke up on the Joyce box. I don't like that. The Joyce box is out. My father's dying words to me. Don't sell the Joyce stuff. Keep it. It's ours. Okay, I said, hand on heart. But lately, what with the universal downturn, it seems I have been greasy-tilling the Joyce box. Pappy swore this boater was Joyce's original. I know. I'm wearing wings. Again. The problem is, I never remember putting them on. They're ancient. I got them for my 22nd birthday. From Pappy. His idea of a Joycean present. No signed copies, no first editions. Very Pappy. Off you go now, but take care. Too low and you'll snag on trees and cables. Too high and you're into flight paths and low oxygen. Is this your idea of a joke? I said. Jojo, this is deadly serious. Fly. Rescue Jimmy Joyce. He is in the labyrinth. The academics have him. But he is one of ours. His parents were married in that church there. They walked on this very bit of ground. Not only them, but Alfred Hunter too. Alfred Hunter, who stepped into Jimmy Joyce's mind and bloomed to become his most celebrated character. No time! Fly! When I'm up on top of the Rathmines dome. Across the dip of Anna Liffey. On the north spur, Aspire points. St. Peter's Church in Phibsborough. Beside the floods of Dalymount. Front door. Red brick. Parts. To reveal a bog oak hall stand. A jumble of crumpled hats. A cane. Speckled mirror. Jimmy Joyce. Jimmy Joyce. 22nd birthday. 2nd of February, 1904. 22nd birthday. The first without man.
Well, what happened was in 2004, around about April 2004, I got a phone call from Michael Ford, who was artistic director of Beauty's Cafe Theatre, asking me was there something I could do for the Bloomsday centenary, which was coming up in June 2004. And I thought about it, and in light of at the time, there were restrictions on using any James Joyce material, because of course it was under copyright. So on the other hand, I really wanted something to be happening in Dublin, celebrating Joyce's work. And I was kind of quite determined to do something about it. So what I did in the end was I wrote my own sub-Joycean version of Joyce's Odyssey through the year 1904, from his birthday on the 2nd of February until he left with NORA Barnacle on October the 10th, was it? So that kind of, if you like, let me off the hook in terms of having to involve the Joyce estate in the operation at all, because what I did was I went back to the original character, the original people in Dublin at the time, whom Joyce included as characters in Ulysses, sometimes in their own names, but more often in names that he made up for them. So I didn't use any of the names from Ulysses. I used the names of the actual living people in Dublin, 16th of June 1904.
That night, at home in St. Peter's Terrace. Kitchen table, bleak puddles and crumbs, and a cracked sour jug with a pursed spout. Sniggers at the genius, sitting with his siblings all around. The guttering candle sepias the sagging ceiling. The gaunt faces, Rembrandted round the blackened teapot, sing his joy. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. Quick pan around in chronological order for clarity. Margaret, next in line after Jim, known to them all as Poppy. I have no idea why. Stanny, christened John Stanislaus, same as his dad, but changed it himself to Stan, not to be confused, different man. Charlie, just back after a recent blip in the seminary, bit of a mistake on both parts. Happily rectified. A vacant space where George might have been. Georgie, who died of peritonitis 2 years ago. Eileen, aged 15. May, who was 14. Eva, 13. Florrie, 10. And baby Mabel, only 9. 5 little girls all sitting in a row. And there would have been Freddie too, bringing up the rear, but he died when he was only a baby. And of course, the biggest absence of all. Mam. Nay Joyce, nay Murray, who died last August, less than 6 months ago. And so say y'all aboot, kick at the dampened base of the door. Shudder open board, roar, sway, step the threshold, pause in the hall, cane clatters in the hall stand. John Stanislaus, the father of the house, is home. squinting at the thin line of dim light, the crack beneath the kitchen door. The girls, eyes wide, moon aghast. Don't let him come into us, please, God. Pause. He thumps up the bare boards, heaving sighs, to Jesus, Mary, and Holy Saint Christopher. Bury the heaving body of loose futility in the slumber hollow dump. Bed springs groan, audible through the ceiling. The bar warrior lays his body weapons down. God above. Boot, thunder, rumble once. Boot, thunder, rumble twice. The girls, breath held, hands a quiver. Jim wonder-eyesies. Why don't we give him the benefit of my birthday campfire? He is our father, after all. But the blinking eyes and bitten lips, a silent chorus of no. So, let the sleeping dog lie. Cards they play on Jim's birthday. They quietly party round the flickering candle. They whisper, celebrate. Jim swears to Stanny when the girls have gone to bed. I'm going to expand the portrait piece McGee rejected into a novel, The Relentless Tenacity. Stanny gives the title, Stephen Hero. Yes, says Jim. Stephen Daedalus, son of Daedalus, the puzzle maker. The candle flickers out. Moonlight. Dim.
Well, I suppose insofar as we're all blessed and cursed with what we're handed down, Joyce had that blessing and curse very emphatically from his father, John Stanislaus Joyce, who was an incredibly colourful and amiable character and a dreadful alcoholic and bully and worse. So he had a huge impact, possibly the biggest impact on Joyce's life, including his creative life.
Sinbad the sailor, the gaiety panto boom, tooma wooma riddle me melody. The hero mariner struggles through a dark and hostile land. Ring around the downstage off into the wings. He's done for now, poor Sinbad. Here he is again, ring-a-dee, come back to me, I'll swing for you, Sinbad. Pension suspended, Christ investigation planned. Baby son Freddy dies. May can't stand it any longer. The goading eyes stare at me. A scream behind the painted stage facade. She drives me mad. Christ almighty, who else stalks me? Dagger drawn, I rant, I rave. Yes, who can blame me? If I sin, I will sin bad. Finish it, cry to places. My fingers on her squealing wind. Pipes of Pan. The blood is up. The chase is on for reeling backwards. Who the blazes? Jim on my back. Get off! Fingers in my eye sockets. Blinding rage. Damn the kitchen table upturned. A bloody cage. Man staggers out the door to the shore of next door land. A bright and blue tomorrow.
Well, Nora Barnacle always said that Joyce was a better singer than writer, and John McCormack, who'd won the FEIS Ceoil in 1903, was the one who encouraged Joyce to enter in 1904, and he did, and he sang superbly well, and it's pretty well documented what happened.
May the 15th. The FEIS night arrives. All his cronies, his brothers, his sisters, the Murray cousins, and Aunt Josephine flock to the ancient concert rooms. No John Stanislaus. He stays away, huffed, puffed, wounded, unloved. The spurned spurns! Ladies and gentlemen, the adjudicator, Luigi Denza, the funicula man, applause! All the competitors, sing on, sing on, same song, same song. Everyone judges. Jim's way ahead. Oh, yes, Charlie, he's singing like an angel. Denza's uplit face aglow with admiration. Bellissimo, bellissimo, the Latin lips go. And finally, the sight reading round. Oh, a mere formality. Others just making up the numbers now, aren't you, Joe? Yes, yes, that's right, Charlie. Shh. Jim takes the pages, glances, quavers, semi-quavers, demi-semi mixed with triplets, truncated piano lessons in clongos coming back to haunt. This is too hard. He drops the manuscript. This is not art. He strides off stage. Denza, taken aback a bit, but still want to give the gold to Senor Joyce. But rules are rules, the committee men say. Listen, gentlemen, he is the best by far. Maybe so, but the rules you can't ignore. He didn't do what he was told, so he won't be getting gold. The committee men unite. Denza's situation tight. And then the silver man is disqualified. Oh, for what? I don't know. Cursing the corridor, making lewd remarks, smoking opium, having a wank in the wings. So Denza insists that the bronze go to Senor Joyce. Hooray! Palmieri has offered free singing lessons to James Joyce in return for a cut of his earnings for the next 10 years. Blah, blah, fish, hysteria! Bronze.
You know, in 1904, Joyce was 22 at the time, so he was hanging around with my gang of student friends in UCD at the time, and among them, of course, was Oliver St. John Gogarty, who was, as far as I remember, a couple of years after Joyce, I think, but had a colossal ego and became quickly very well known through Dublin student circles and well known to the people of Ireland for decades afterwards.
Gogarty, Gogarty, medical student, gregarious, hilarious, philosopher, repartee. Joyce, he swagger-raggers in the National Library, iconoclast accomplices, firing long-winded bull's-eye shots at targets of Central Irish power, Alice's. So anyway, Gogarty gets Elise to the martello beside the 40-foot. Come out, Joyce, you must come out and join me. Blather about secular monks of a new civil abandon anarcho ridiculouses. Finally, Joyce says, yes, I will, yes. That's because he has no money. Grand! All goes swimmingly every day in the 40-foot. Gogarty, not Joyce. Couldn't be bothered getting wet. Gogarty meant is another fella staying in the tower called Trench. Oh, Anglo, Gaelgore, poetry actor, scribe of sorts, but in a bit of a rough spot at the Mo. Demented. Whatever. Next thing. Middle of the night. Trench ups and roars, picks up a gun and tries to take pot shots at a panther. A panther diving on him in the middle of the martello. Oh, the panther! Oh, the panther! Gogarty grabs the gun from him. Shut up, he says. I'll get him for ya. And he shoots over Joyce's bed. The pots and pans, clatter a ping down around him. Orchestra, cacophony, panic and pain. He flees down the steps, away into town from Kingstown. Dead of night, near lost his wits. No one knows, least of all him, where he got to, or how he ended up first in line at the National Library. Dim, dawn, the porter opens up. Hello, white as a washed sheet. One thing is for sure. Gogarty is forever Joyce!
So I'm just out for my lockdown cycle, and I'm very lucky to have in my vicinity the railings of Trinity College. And there in the background is Finn's Hotel, where Nora Barnacle used to work, and these are the railings where Joyce and Nora met 116 years ago, this Bloomsday. Yeah, the railings are still the same.
The 10th of June is a Friday. The bulging wall and railings tall of Trinity. Turner, the Botanics Glasshouse's ironworks man, designed them. The tops like spears, pumps, excuse me, into a girl. Gab, gab, chit and chat. Galway. Her name is Nora. Nora. She takes in his tennis shoes, his yachting cap, his, the no glasses is a tryout. Been told it works wonders for the lazy eye. Blue eyes she sees, auburn hair he sees, a chambermaid in Finn's Hotel. The sign, she says, is visible, way down there. But just a blur around her. Nora. They make a date for the 14th, Tuesday, to meet at Wilde's house. Look, you can see it in the distance. I can't, but I know it's there. Tuesday, railings, leaning, no Nora. He drops a letter into Finn's Hotel. Oh, I may be blind, etc. Tenacity gin. They meet on Thursday, the 16th of June. Sunny walk, the dodder babble, dodder babble, dodder babble. Sally Gardens, sing a swing the rushes, oh. He's light on his feet. My God, the heat, I'm boiling up. She has a lazy gait I like. Haunchy, raunchy, haughty. Yet she hithers me. She lets me bodice stroke, a lovely sense soft, slips her handy-pandy fingers, naughtiness, ignoraness, Madonna me, inomini, domini, oh gee, he signs himself, oh gee, see, Icarus, Odyssey, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, an epistle, poeseme and poem, script writ on the slabs. Now, she says, symboling her dextrosities.